I-Team investigation about the identity theft of babies who passed away has made it into testimony in the U.S. Senate.
Now the local couple who first contacted Hagit Lamour to share their tragic story is hoping that the hearings on Capitol Hill will help future families avoid what they have had to endure. Hagit joins us now with the latest on this outrageous case.
It was tragic enough when Ryan and Amanda Minzer had to bury their firstborn, Audrey, who died of sudden infant death syndrome at just 7 months old. Then someone stole her identity and filed income taxes claiming the Minzers' daughter as their own. The Minzers' tax returns got rejected and they had to start a long fight with the IRS to prove their parentage. Now, the Senate is looking into what you heard here first, that what happened to the Minzers may be a pattern for parents like them across the nation. Ryan and Amanda Minzer are making a new home once again since they shared their heartbreaking story with us a year ago.
She went down for her afternoon nap and she didn't come back up.
The loss of their daughter, Audrey, only made worse when someone found Audrey's name and social security number on a list the government releases after death. That taxpayer then claimed Audrey as a deduction, forcing the Minzers through a nightmarish process, rehashing their loss with the IRS.
We have to go through the process of proving that she is actually our daughter.
If that wasn't enough, our original I-Team report showed there were at least 7 other families across the country who faced the same experience, including this couple in Baltimore.
It just brings all that grief and heartache, back to the surface. And to think that someone would be so mean and, calculating to actually steal a dead baby's social security number just to make some money is just wrong.
Stephanie and Terry McClung lost their 5-month-old daughter, Caitlin, to SEDS, only to find the same fate as the Minzers come tax time.
The returns were rejected because someone else had already claimed her.
The McClungs also couldn't get any information on who had claimed their child. The IRS told them it was investigating, but most likely the only repercussion for the other person would be to have to refile correctly.
As long as the other person amended their return, it all goes away. They need to punish them in whatever way it takes to stop this.
Good afternoon.
Now, the Senate is holding hearings to look into taxpayer identity theft, including the families the McClungs represented on Capitol Hill.
But Stephanie and I and all the other victims can only hope that the IRS will get tougher on these criminals and prevent future families from having to go through all this on top of the anguish of losing a child.
Terry McClung included our original report in his testimony and talked of the frustration all the families endured.
When I called the IRS, I was told I had to talk to the Social Security Administration. When I called the Social Security Administration, I was told I'd have to deal with the IRS.
It's the same story the Minzers remember. And since they spoke to us, they say they've met 3 other local families who lost children and had the same experience with their tax returns.
So you think this might be more widespread than anyone is admitting?
I do. It just seems coincidental. I mean, of the 3, I only know 3 families locally who have had the unfortunate circumstance to go through this, and for us all to be in the same situation and to be able to talk about it. So you wonder how widespread the problem actually could be.
The Minzers may have moved, but reminders of Audrey dot their new home. Next to a new photo album ready to be filled, Audrey's baby brother due in 2 months.
Very happy, very hopeful, but makes you sad, and you still always remember what you had before.
The families say one simple solution would be to withhold publishing the Social Security numbers of deceased for 1 year, enough time for families to file their taxes without strangers having access to that private information. The IRS never gave any families more information other than at least 3 of them were linked to the same tax preparer and others were filed in the same state. Guys.